Welcome to Loot Fiends episode 9, Half-Baked, Fully Priced. I'm Ringo, and joining me as always,
Lazy Silver. Welcome, everybody.
Today we're going to be tackling some games, some of which are AAA titles from big developers or bigger developers that feel like a half-finished product but are still charging you the full fucking price for a game.
I think the most recent one I jumps to mind is Marvel's Anthem. Avengers.
Yeah, Marvel's Anthem didn't really. It tried to scratch an itch I don't have.
That's a very good way to put it, in my opinion. But they are still working on it. So they announced this week that basically they're pushing back the next DLC hero and the next gen ports of it to like PS5 and the new Xbox.
Right.
They're pushing those back until they say the game's in a better state.
Well, I don't think the game... Man, Avengers is a weird one. I don't feel it's in a bad state. I feel it's like... If I was going to summarize that game, I'd be like, yeah, 2020, Marvel's Avengers was a game that released in 2020. Like, that's all I can say about it.
It fit in 2020.
Well, it's got... Yeah, it's got fucking nothing going on. It's clearly a cash grab, right? That's how it feels to play as of now. The combat's bland. You have the same, like, 5 rotating sets of enemies.
It doesn't feel like there was a ton of passion put into it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was from a lot of the devs, and I don't want to say that bashing on anybody saying, hey, they didn't put passion into it.
No, it's not going to be an individual person that worked on the thing. It's going to be more of like, we need to make an Avengers game, all right? We haven't got Avengers money this year. Infinity War 2 came out last year, and like, fuck, man, we make money on Avengers every year, and we haven't this year.
I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe when that game was in development for at least 3 or 4 years.
There's no way it was in development for that long. How does something be in development for that long and come out that bland?
It's trying to appeal to everybody. That's the problem, right? The
Okay,
Avengers
that
has
makes
such
sense.
a huge market base that they're trying to appeal to everybody. They're not trying to appeal to just the hardcore ARPG or loot game players. Like
Right,
us.
they're trying to hit. They're throwing a huge net and seeing what they catch.
Right, they're trying to catch everything from 13-year-old kids that love the Avengers and wear the Halloween costumes to like
Angry 30-year-olds in a podcast.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. They have a huge market base there, so they have to they can't go
They have
too.
to make it as general as possible, and that naturally kind of makes a game bland.
But
To me,
it would
at least.
wouldn't it feel better if they were trying to go that approach of just making like a spiritual successor to the Simpsons arcade game with with Marvel skins? Doesn't that just make a lot more fucking sense? Dynasty Warriors with Marvel skins.
If they turned it into Dynasty Warriors, which admittedly is somewhat dumbing it down in some aspects of the loot system,
Right.
but it'd be a hell of a lot more fun
Well,
to murder a shit ton of shit as Hulk.
So yeah, hopefully Avengers polishes it up and it comes out as a better version. I don't.
They at least purchased a little bit of goodwill by me by saying, hey, we're going to delay our shit that makes
I'd
us
agree.
money until we fix the game because we don't feel right taking your money until we fix the game.
Yeah.
Which isn't exactly what they said, but it's kind of what...
Well, they delayed a DLC character. That kind of is exactly what they're saying, right? Because that's the opposite of stonks, you know?
But of course, you can look at it from the other side and say, oh, it's just a PR move and they're going to make more money because they delayed it, then... But whatever.
Yeah, it's at least a step in the right direction.
I think so.
I don't have any ill will towards that game. I literally, it's one of the only games I've ever played I have zero feelings about. Like, I just felt that, like, yeah, okay, I guess it's a game. Like,
I can sum it up by saying,
yeah,
like that's just
not
my
good, not
feelings on
bad.
it. Not
Like,
good, not terrible, just kind of there.
I still think it'd be better as a Simpsons arcade successor.
I think there's a lot of things they could do with the Marvel properties that would be a lot better than Marvel Avengers, at least like for a fit and probably the audience they're trying to find.
Right.
But if they were looking for somebody to sucker in and sell season passes to, it's a decently good style of game to do it
Dude,
with.
bitches love season passes. Love them.
It's... I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. I am glad they took a step back and did that. There's more companies that I wish did do that. Game companies in general. Cough, GGG cough. But, I don't know. It's I wish more companies would do that and say, you know what, we're not putting out any DLC, we're not putting out any MTX, we're not doing anything until this game is finished.
But
because how many times do you see it? Well, I understand why they don't do that, because they need the money to fix the game, right? Depending on the company.
Okay, there you go.
Depending on the company, they need the money to fix the game. So, like, I kind of see it, but on the other hand, it just feels shitty, like, hey, we gave you something that's underperforming and buggy and just not in a good state. Ooh, buy some shiny stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just feels...
Let's just talk about it since we're here real quick. This latest Path League is ass.
It's all over the place, man.
It's
the final boss still isn't in. Like...
I'm pretty sure one of them has still not been put in. There's several final bosses because it's like a story arc thing.
Right.
One of the final bosses, it's like a 10 exalt contract. It's super rare to have drop. And it's bugged currently, where one of the two bosses, because it's a dual boss fight, just goes completely fucking immune.
Oh, invulnerable to damage?
Yeah, and so now you just brick 10x and you can't get your achievement, and we're going into week 5 of the league.
Right, which, to be completely honest, I've already quit the league.
Yeah, so have I. The performance of the league's kind of shitty.
Hey, I just didn't find the heist mechanic that fun.
No, the heist
it was okay.
Dude, it's doors, man. It's fucking door. I can go to Home Depot and fuck around with some doors if I want to do that. I can get in my car, drive 20 minutes, be at a Home Depot playing with all different color doors, too. Like, they're all the same fucking color in heist. They can't even put a blue door in. I can go buy a blue door if I want. It's bullshit.
I don't have to wait 10 seconds to open it either.
Oh my god, 10 seconds? You must have got a perk because it's 15 for me, homie. It fucking sucks. I hate it. But regardless of design decisions, that's not, you're, like I've said before, you're going to swing at a lot of balls coming at you. Not everyone's going to be
a lot of balls coming at you?
I have a ton of balls coming at me at all times. But you're not going to hit a home run every time you swing the bat. But that's a design thing, and that's you trying out new things. However, week 5 and your final bosses for a fucking temp league aren't working is ridiculous. By comparison, Harvest League, Waggle killed the final boss, Oshabi, of Harvest League on day 2?
Did you notice they didn't have a race for this boss this time, even though it was, pretty popular last time?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, day 2, he killed the league mechanic boss, and we're going into week 5, and they're still not fucking working or in the game. It's just, it's all over the place. Not to mention, it's obviously they always do this where, people are being negative, radio silence, just complete radio silence about everything, which is kind of not how they used to be.
It isn't, but on the other hand, I can kind of understand why they do it. Especially when it seems like everything that they say gets twisted against them.
Well,
I kind of understand it.
Yeah, they get a lot of shit twisted against them, and that's fair. But at the same time, that you can't come out when people's initial response to Harvest was negative, and then what do? You pump the living shit out of the hype train for heist. And what the fuck is this? It's not exciting. It's not. It's go in and click on boxes and wait for doors to open. But you're gonna spend 2 months saying, "Well, Harvest is a filler league because this next league is gonna be huge." What's huge about it? There's no new bosses that really work. You're mapsing. This is the most standardish league I've ever played. It's definitely the most dividing league I've ever played as far as the player base goes.
Right. Synthesis was pretty much all hate. There was a few.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of love for that. But I don't want to beat this up for too long. But
no, and I get what you're saying. And obviously, the obvious conclusion you can jump to is, hey, COVID's forcing them all work from home. They've been in and out of the office. I get that.
They're in New Zealand though. They have this last league. They only got sent back home for 10 days.
That's fair. But still, I can see how it would throw a couple of wrenches in there.
But the
last boss not in for 5-week wrenches?
Yeah, since they've been going at the 13-week cycle, the product has gotten worse steadily over time.
I'm not sure if the product's gotten worse or if they've just trying to push it too far with what they have.
They've tripled...
Which kind of has made it worse over time.
They've tripled the number of employees they have, though. So, I don't know. I just feel that they're a good example of the polar opposite of what the Avengers game is doing, and that is, no, fuck you, 13 weeks, new league, new hype, buy our empty Xboxes. And that's honestly how I feel about GGG right now, and I really, really hope they prove me wrong, because I want to love them.
Oh, yeah, I'm very much in agreement with you, and I guess that's kind of where I was going with the Marvel's Avengers thing, is it'd be nice if more game companies, especially GGG, just went, all right, we got this new set of loot boxes, but the game's not in a great place, so we don't want to push these out until the game's in a great place.
Yeah, just pump the brakes. But they're not going to, because they make too much money releasing their loot boxes at a league start.
To the other hand, I understand you still got to pay people salaries and shit. So like, it's a catch-22, I think. But I think it does put a lot of bad taste in a lot of players' mouths when, okay, this league's been shit. Here's a repeating white hideout.
Right. Oh yeah, the new yeah, fucking hell, dude.
For $15.
This league, I can solve both things that they tried to put in this league. One, I can, the Home Depot thing to go look at doors. Two, I can go to Sherman-Williams, once again, 20-minute drive, and just throw one fucking color on the ground and call it a hideout. And it's cheaper. It's cheaper for me to go buy a gallon of budget paint and like make my own IRL hideout than buy the fucking one that they're trying to shove down our throats right now.
Yeah, it's
bad. Hopefully Diablo 4 or Last Epoch's good to actually put some competition into the market space, because otherwise it's going to keep getting worse.
Oh, speaking of Last Epoch, I'm not sure if it's just my mind reading too much into it, but they almost threw a little bit of shade at GGG.
Oh, do tell.
In a recent video. So, 0.7.10 patch came out. For Last Epoch, a week and a half ago, something like that, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Actually, a massive patch. They got a video up on it and everything. I'll throw a link in the description. But it's looking really good. They recently reworked all the defenses, changed animations, added new skills.
They put loot filters in, right?
They put loot filters in the main game that you can customize from the main game instead of editing a text file or going to a website.
Which, that's sweet.
You can share them in game from
what
I was reading.
The critical crafting thing.
Oh yeah, the critical crafting things looks pretty good. Anyway, huge patch. Lots of interesting stuff. I'm actually thinking of playing Last Epoch again because of all the interesting stuff.
Fair, I'll probably do that too.
Because but anyway, in the little video for the newest patch, the next to last sentence in it is, and NPCs will feel more lively because we're adding more voice lines to them over time.
You mean they're not gonna make a league focused around voice lines, and then every time somebody says something, just be like, "But how good's the voice acting?"
Right.
Also,
it almost sounds like they're throwing a little bit of shade there. Also, other little things they do kind of make me think they read the PoE subreddit.
Good. I mean, like I said, that's what they need. They need a kick in the ass to make them remember how good they used to be. I'm not saying GGG's in a failed state or they're bad now, but compared to what they were 3 years ago, they're bad compared to their old selves.
Oh yeah, I'd even say 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I'd
even 2 years
ago. 1 year ago from ExileCon.
Yeah, they're not. It's not the same. But we're just lucky that our Twitter accounts aren't followed by any GGG employees, or after hearing this, they didn't follow us.
That's fair as well.
That happened.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do. I am still hopeful. I love Path of Exile as a game. It's amazing. This league was a little off, but I kind of hope they turn it around on that.
Yeah.
I am optimistic for it simply because they did say there's going to be no spoiler cycle this league. So I'm hoping it's just Legacy 2. Here we go.
Hopefully.
Fix the game, Yeah.
All right. I think we've beaten the PoE horse.
Yeah, we're like Blizzard with WoW over here, just beating a dead horse.
So what do we got? What do we got next?
Okay, this is it's really far off topic, but I found it amazing and kind of hilarious.
Okay.
Did you see Atari's making a new console and they're putting it out this year yet?
Yeah, I did see that. And the
thing that gets me is it's basically, it looks like an uptuned, think SNES Classic, but it's Atari.
Right.
That's what it kind of looks like, and they're charging $400 for the fucking thing.
Oh, didn't you
talk about half break full price, dude?
Didn't you say that
you can buy an online only PS4 without the CD drive, or PS5 without the CD or DVD drive or Blu-ray drive, sorry, without the Blu-ray drive for the exact same price as Atari's new console. Tell me, which one do you want? Do you want God of War 5 or do you want to play fucking Pong again, buddy?
Fucking which one has Dig Dug on it? Because take my money.
Oh, all right. Then you might be getting the Atari.
Fucking love Dig Dug. Didn't you say that they're working on making their own cryptocurrency?
Oh yeah, that's part of it. So to buy things from their online shop, you have the option of using real money, or they're making this a new Atari Bitcoin that's actually kind of backed by Bitcoin, like they partnered with Bitcoin for it.
Look,
and that's what you use on their online shop. Like it's
look, I'm telling you.
You don't want to buy Atari coin?
I'm telling you right now. John McAfee is involved.
He's the new CEO of Atari.
Not acting, because he just got arrested.
Oh, fair.
Last week, actually. Weird timing, Atari. But this just craziness all swirled together. This is peak John McAfee. If an Atari headquarter
think they have a hammock at Atari headquarters.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if a tour comes out and there's a hammock that looks like there's some pudding on it, John McAfee's been there.
Oh, God. What a weird dude. Yeah, so, like, that whole thing just kind of trips me out, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
fucking nuts.
It's just out of nowhere. Like, they went through bankruptcy. They only have, like, 20 employees now.
Can you imagine
and they're trying to compete with the next-gen console.
Can you imagine if Nintendo was like, the Switch is still doing well, and they're going to be on that for a couple of years. As they should. It's a great system. But can you imagine if Nintendo was just like, sup, bitches? You want some Virtual Boy, and they just charged you $500 for it, motherfucker? Do you
brought back Virtual Boy?
Do you want a crooked spine and headaches? Because $500, you can get a crooked spine and headaches.
Man, I want to play Mario Tennis with only red lines.
Oh, dude, fucking Virtual Boy was an experience.
Yeah, but it's so weird to me. You know what I mean?
That's
but
weird.
Hey, the way I look at it, it's 2020. Anything can fucking happen. This thing can take off. Like, I seriously doubt it. But, like, it could, because it's 2020. Weirder shit's happen.
What if Sega sneaks in a console?
Oh, man, that'd be amazing.
It'd been a minute. I don't know. I think they're all licensed out, though, for third party.
Oh, yeah. Like,
that probably
Sonic's
costs
on all kinds of Nintendo shit now.
And, him and Mario be BFFs.
Although, I don't know. Microsoft's been working pretty closely with Nintendo lately.
They finally buy in Japan?
No.
Oh.
It's because they own Rare, so they're letting some of the Rare characters back into Nintendo games, like Banjo and Kazooie made it into Smash Brothers and shit.
Okay.
And the Microsoft CEO of the games division, something like that. There's an article on it. Look it up if you're interested. But he basically said, yeah, we have a great working relationship with Nintendo, and we look forward to working with them more in the future. So,
yeah, if I'm Microsoft,
basically that kind of thing.
If I'm Microsoft and my new Xbox gets its ass kicked by Sony and Nintendo again, I'm looking at going the third party route and just going, who wants to buy Halo, kids?
Oh yeah, can you imagine if Sony got Halo? Like, just okay, now there's no other consoles to buy.
Well, you're not gonna. Yeah, you
I mean, you're buying your Nintendo console for all the Nintendo games,
and then
but then
Sony
you're only
for
buying
yeah.
one other one.
All right, so Anthem, yeah,
I heard they're completely redoing that thing.
Yeah, so I was looking into that, and there's a lot of my sister's boyfriend's cousin.
A lot of rumors going around.
His barber said that Anthem might be good later.
We'll see. Like I don't know. Like I fully intend to check it out again once they redo it. I did play it on release for like couple weeks.
I really hope to God that it's not melt my CPU still.
I just hope I can change my inventory in the field.
Oh yeah, fuck. Jesus Christ, dude.
What, you don't want like 3 5-minute loading screens just to get to your inventory?
No.
Huh, weird.
What I would like to fly and piddly shoot a monster for like 68 fucking minutes though.
Until an ability comes off cooldown and you can actually do something.
Sign me up. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets. See, I imagine being in BioWare right now is like, I don't know how much of the original BioWare crew is still in there, but
from rumors I've read online, not very much.
But the ones that are in there, it's. So I watched a little bit of Spider-Man when I was dog sitting this weekend. All right,
right,
the one with Tobey Maguire, and when Willem Dafoe goes in and turns into the Green Goblin, and that guy tells him he needs to take it back to formula before he tests it on humans, and then he comes out and whoops his ass.
Right.
And he goes back to formula. I feel that's what EA's doing with Anthem. Like, I feel Anthem's like, hey, man, this shit ain't ready. Maybe we should, like, take this back to basics and, like, get this fixed. And then, like, some CEO just walks in and cock slaps that employee, and he's like, back to formula. And then they push Anthem out. I'm pretty sure that that's how that happened.
You heard it here first, people. Green Goblin runs EA.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe owns EA, and he's stuck in character. But that's how I feel about it. But that's what the rumor is right now, is they are going back to formula. So I hope so, because Anthem was a cool idea.
If they'd pull it off nearly as well as Final Fantasy XIV pulled off their reboot, launch, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and they got furry bitches in there now.
I don't think that's
what Anthem needs.
Anthem needs furry bitches.
Anthem needs catgirls, man. What you got Breath of the Waifu being real popular right now? Fucking, that's basically catgirls. Like, catgirls.
Just throw some catgirls in Anthem. There you go. Catgirls fix all video games.
They fix all video games, man. But yeah, Anthem was a very half-baked product at fully baked price. He said the name of the episode in the episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that happened. So, yeah, I don't know. I do hope that they go back to formula and Willem Dafoe can finally, like, get back to his house and the game's successful. But it needs a lot of work. You can tell it came out. Well, it wasn't supposed to launch for like a year after it actually released.
Right.
They
definitely.
They were just like, so when's this coming out? This is coming out in 2020, right? And they're like, February. And everybody's like, 2020. They're like, 2019. And everybody's like, ooh. There wasn't a whole lot of hype. It was more, okay. Like, you know, you come home from work and your 3-year-old's like, I painted my room. And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. It's a very similar expression. So yeah, we'll have to, once some news leaks on that, I'm sure we'll cover it, because, you know,
I have every intention of playing it again once they release it, but unless the video comes out where they explain all the new stuff and I go, no.
There's no video game there's video games I hate, but there is not one video game I actively root against, because I want every video game to be as fucking good as it can be.
So I'll have fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Speaking of half-baked games, Division 2 has an update this week.
Oh.
Summit comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
So, 100 floors of 5 pieces of loot.
The way they kind of described it, I don't know. It seems like there could be flaws in it. So, like, once you beat it, you start over again from floor 1.
Right.
But you can exit anytime and save your
progress.
progress.
There's going to be some min-max.
There's going to be some checkpointing.
Get to floor 17 and reset type of shit going on, I'm sure.
Oh, I was thinking of more of, okay, when we hit floor 90, swap out your character, Bob, bring in your other character to get the checkpoint, then swap back, then we'll finish it, and then you load that character, your 2 or 3 party members or whatever, load their other characters into your party, and then you go from there.
What was it that the Black Tusk missions. You leveled up that whole second character and
left him at World Tier 1.
And we would just load in and farm up all the skill points.
Yep. Yeah, we would do the missions for the subclasses because they're just all popped.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fixes that probably come from exploits people find.
Gonna be some checkpoint
I'll probably install it and load it up so I can give an accurate my thoughts on it. I hope it's good, but man, I saw on the subreddit for the Division that someone installed Division 1 and fired it up, started playing it again this week, and I was like, man, I kind of want to play that. Like, man, the Division 1 was just such a better product.
Tell you what, let's just play that during Christmas. It'll feel thematic.
But with what I'm in, but in what we're talking about, Division 1 is a great example of a game that came out half-baked or even fucking quarter-baked, or they didn't even take it out of the box. The DiGiorno did not make it to the oven.
I just assumed they were no-bake cookies.
Oh, fuck yeah. Regardless of no-bake cookies, the Division 1 came out very half-baked, probably not even there. But it finished as a fully baked product, in my opinion.
Oh, I think so. If
and it was
not,
free.
It was at least 90% baked.
But it was all the baking happened for free.
Afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards, but it still happened. The Division 1's a great like redemption arc story. And now it took them like 18 months to fucking get that redemption arc.
But in the end, I think they got there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I 100% agree they got there. Division 1 finished an amazing game.
It was actually very, very fun. Like, no, Division 1 had a lot of fun points off and on throughout its development over that 18 months.
Real streaky.
Very up and down. Roller coaster of emotions, to say the least. But at the end, I think they had it in a very, very good spot.
Yeah, I agree. And
It
what
had me super pumped for Div 2.
That's what I would like to see out of more games that come out, with like that feel as the consumer a cash grab. And anything that comes out that feels like it's just half of a game or half of a finished game but still costs $60 feels like a cash grab regardless if it is or not.
Sure, because you're paying at the beginning instead of the end.
Right.
So like and that's the game's work, right? Like, I think the game industry would be a shit ton different if you paid them after you beat the game.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That'll never happen.
Or you paid them after you played the game for 10 hours.
Right.
Or whatever, which was kind of demos back in the day, which I really super enjoyed. But now demos are just a glorified purchase the game early, you get a demo.
Right.
In that you get to play through 3 days earlier or whatever, which is a whole nother discussion. But I guess since we're touching everything else, we can jump into what we've been doing this week. I tried to play Destiny again.
Speaking of Destiny real quick, they finally sent a cease and desist to Perfect Aim, the #1 aim hacking software.
Oh, nice. They're finally doing something about the cheaters?
Finally. I'm not sure if someone didn't accidentally fall out of bed, have a seizure, and then like
ban some people.
Their frantic typing sent an email and it just happened to go to that company. And they shut it down. Yeah. It's I don't know. Nice gesture, but like should have been done a while ago, and there's more that need shut down, and that's only for aim hacks. That doesn't address the plethora of other hacks and exploits in PvP. And if only there was a solution, purchase fucking VAC protection from Steam, you lazy cheap bastards. If there was only a solution.
Right.
That was
something
there.
They could purchase from the platform that they're on.
If only
that would just ban cheaters for it.
If only Steam had some way to guard you from cheaters. If only there was like a Steam guard. But we don't. We don't
have that. So
it's 1983, and we don't have the technology yet. Which is actually that is true because the Terminator didn't come out till 1984, and that's when we made all of our technological advances as society.
Yeah, you heard it here. VAC is Skynet.
Yeah, it is. It's but seriously, Bungie, just fucking purchase it. My God, man. Anyway, you tried to play Destiny. How's that going?
I guess to give some backstory, I quit during Forsaken.
Yeah. Been 2 years.
Months into Forsaken, so it's about 2 years since I've really tried to jump back into Destiny. It's still got all the things I hated about Destiny. I shouldn't say hated. It's got systems that I disliked still after 2 years.
Yeah.
Systems that feel very anti-choice. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the big reasons I quit, right? Like you were saying last episode, devs forcing me to see their fucking trees is not where I want to be. And Destiny does that in spades.
Yeah, it really does.
You have to touch every piece of content. You have to do things exactly the way they tell you to because of bounties. If you want to progress, you have to play very precisely.
And by that you mean like you have to do Gambit for all your loot.
Oh yeah, you have to do Gambit for all your loot. You have to do Crucible. You have to do strikes. You have to do nightmare hunts. You have to do weeklies. You have to do dailies.
You have to see all this content to get all your loot has always been at the core of Destiny's problems. But the bounty thing didn't start until the season passes started, right? Because that's the only way you get meaningful experience.
But yeah, you weren't forced into the bounties until the whole artifact thing,
right?
To get the experience level
now,
of the artifact.
But I'm not gonna jump and bash them on that until I see the TWAB. There's 3 TWABs left this week at Bungie. before Beyond Light, and they have said that they want to move completely away from the bounty system being the way that you drive your artifact next season.
I hope they do, and I also hope they change the way Powerfuls and Pinnacles work. I am looking forward to Beyond Light, though. I do want to see the new character subclasses. I think that looks really cool.
Oh, the stasis shit? Yeah, it's going to be cool. Like I said,
I do want to change subclasses 33% more because there's a fourth club subclass, so I can get my bounties done. That sounds super exciting. Sorry, sarcasm.
Yeah, we're 3.5 weeks out from an expansion. I'm going to wait and see. You look at a game like WoW and how vast the quality differs between expansions, so I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Beyond Light. So, what have you been doing this week besides dog sitting?
I dog sat and watched Face Off, and that was fucking great.
Did you see any doves?
Doves?
Doves, mirrors, you know.
Just a couple. Was that a Michael Bay movie?
Was it?
Dude,
I know it had John Woo attached. That's why it has so many doves in it.
Dude, fucking watching it, the way that like things just explode.
It's got that Michael Bay style explosion.
I didn't look it up, but it felt very Michael Bay-ish.
I mean, that's fair.
And that would have been in his sweet spot if he got to make every movie ever.
I'm not IMDbing it. You're IMDbing it.
Oh, well, what do I think? Was it a Michael Bay film?
Nope, it was not. Not in the least.
Son of a bitch!
It was all, like I said, it was all John Woo, man.
It felt, yeah, that explains the doves. But other than that, I did some Destiny raiding, and I downloaded Hades, and that game's pretty cool, but it's pretty, it's a lot tougher than a regular hack and slash. It is.
Well, it's a roguelite, isn't it?
It's Binding of Isaac if Binding of Isaac had sex with Diablo and they shit out a game.
That sounds actually really interesting.
That's exactly how it feels.
That's been out for a while, hasn't it?
The newest patch that put it into like full release or whatever just hit like 3 weeks ago.
Sweet.
2 weeks ago. So I've been playing that, and yeah, those are pretty much. Oh, I've been playing Magic again.
Nice.
They banned like a shit ton more cards.
They ban all the time now.
Yeah, but that once again, half baked, fully
Full
priced.
Oh yeah, especially if you're playing paper Magic.
So, but no, that's about it. No, I had a pretty skewed week work wise, so I didn't stream last week. But I'll be on Twitch on the twitch.tv/loot_fiends Thursday. Probably starting at I'm gonna start at 10:30 p.m.
We'll send out a tweet before we start.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all I got. You got
Yeah,
anything else this week?
No, that's all I got for this week. So yeah, check us out on Twitter, Loot Fiends and RNG Gorilla 1G. Come by the Twitch and chat, bullshit, rant, vent. Tell us what you're excited about. Tell us what you hate.
Yeah, if there's something we're missing in these big news that comes out, hit us up.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. We'll throw it in the next episode or put out a special episode on it. So,
yep.
All right, everybody. Well, I guess with that, have a good week.
Yeah, have a good week. See you next time.